Hey everyone, welcome back to Mira, to the land of Navia, and let's talk to the Forest Lord. This boy, is he still alive? I guess she's referring to the boy we decided to save. I don't know, Mira, but it's too late to find out. We can do nothing. I can simply come back. I have to. You have to or you want to? I want to. If you really want it, sooner or later you will find the way, but the passageway you got here has been closed for centuries. For centuries? I just got in here. Indeed, that was unusual, I admit, but if you walk into the river now, you will just drown. Do not assume that what you have experienced will happen again. We know very little about the powers that have occurred here. So, what I'm supposed to do? Your arrival and what happened to the boy, that is not a coincidence. Someone has used you and wants something from you both. Jonek? This little one is just a leaf carried by the wind. There is some hidden meaning in you that the ancient forests do not want to reveal to me. Go together with Bzonek, find out what people from the city want from you. And please, be careful, watch out for everyone you meet. For you as well? Especially for me. As you can see, I'm just offering the way, but with no help. So you won't come with us? You know so much more than we do. Dear Mira, I will just stay here. I am the guardian of this place, and in some way, all of the forests. Till last standing tree, I shall be the guardian. Don't forget about it, if someday you return to your own world. I won't forget. Thank you, Mira. It's time to wake up Zonek, so we could talk again. But before that, I have something for you. For me? The moment you came to this world, I discovered something extraordinary in the forest. It was waiting for you here, hidden many centuries ago. This brooch? It should fit perfectly for your new apparel. Thank you, but what does it have to do with me? Maybe nothing, or maybe you left it the last when you went to the living's world. And you simply found it? I have told you already, it's my forest. Let's wake up Zonek. Let's talk with the Forest Lord. Alright, Miss Mira, we have to go. Haven't you forgotten about something? Please, Bzonek, explain who sent you for Mira. Ah, right. Imagine that a swallow came to me a few days ago. She was a bit grim. She's one of those living near the great oak. A swallow, that's the bird, if I remember. Mother Goddess Mokosh sent them with tasks for various creatures. Sometimes these are common things that are in our nature, and sometimes special tasks like this for Bzonek. So she sent Bzonek to me? Not necessarily, she could just feel that you're here, and that's why she sent for Bzonek. Why did Mokosh do that? So what exactly does she do? Oh, Miss Mira, she is the patroness of our oak, and all of us. Nobody knows exactly what she does, but it's definitely very important. Bzonek means that it's been a long time since Mokosh left the oak. Like many old gods, she has weakened because of being in this land. In this land, it means that once everyone lived in Javia, like you. However, when more and more people began to appear in the world, there was less and less space for us. We decided to hide in other worlds like this one. Why did I stay in Javia? Sometimes some of us travels between the worlds, doing their tasks. I spend a lot of time helping people, curing diseases and other such. But if we stay on the other side too long, we forget about this world, about Navia. You could stay there for ages. I guess that I would remember about it. Compared to people who live for so long, your mind could have forgotten to adjust. I think I look a little differently than you do. Miss is much less furry, that's the truth, but is it wrong? I didn't mean that, it's just, I think that I look like a simple human. You could be a nymph. They are most likely to look like a human. A nymph? Right, the kind that lives by the river and feeds on young men. They seduce them and eat them piece by piece. Like a true monster, oh gods. If that's the truth, be careful, Bzonek. I'm not that young. You could be an exception. We will plant the orchid on your grave. Not a lilac? I wouldn't survive that. I guess it's high time for us to go, right? The way should be easy from now. The clothes, I changed clothes under the influence of a big hamster. Okay. So let's, the lexicon. Mokosh. Although most tales you can hear are about gods, Pirun and Veles, no one would remember them if it wasn't for Mokosh. She is a living personification of the Mother Earth. On those surface all creatures live, from the smallest field mouse to the most powerful gods. For countless centuries, Mokosh took care of every bit of existence, devoting all her time to it. Despite all those chores that tire her greatly, she is still considered an incredible beauty that men can't stop to adore. So it's time to leave. Let's see, did we miss anything? No. Let's see, there's anything here. What is this place? I'll ask Bzonek. Would you help me, Miss Mira? What shall I do? I wanted to light the candle and clean up a bit. What is this place? Where did these sparkles come from? It's a grave, or nests, I should say. I mean both, and these sparkles are light ghosts. Since the beginning they have been here, and such places attract them. Such places? I don't think I understand. Let me try to explain, but first, let's clean up the mess a bit, right? So, we learned about the light ghosts. In places where extraordinary events happen, or where the ancient powers are extremely strong, light ghosts tend to gather. They are small guardian spirits, which are surrounded by some green glow. They are commonly found in Navia, while in Javia they can be found very rarely. On special days, when two worlds interprenate, light ghosts appear and join swarms of fireflies. Let's place the symbols, I guess. It's a nest because once dragons lived there. Again, creatures from legends, but this time they are real, right? Oh, indeed, but I guess not from legends if they were real. Only that they all died of old age or boredom because of their dragon-like things. Maybe you are right, maybe they are in some way from the legends. Anyway, there were never a lot of them, and finally only one, the most powerful and the oldest of them, remained. For a wheel century he defended the hill where the city stands. You probably don't know how long that is. Let's just say that he defended the city for a long time. Defended? From what? From creatures. From creatures? What creatures? Such creatures. He defended the city so well that nobody knows what were those creatures. Listen, Bzonek, in Living World, there is a legend about the dragon who lived under the Wavel Hill. It's probably the same, but another. Also passed between our worlds? It was too big, probably. Sometimes when something important happens in Navia, it is reflected in the human world like an echo. So the dragon was so powerful that its echo entered the human world? Not the dragon itself, by the way. Oh, he was finally killed. I know, by the sheep. A sheep? Don't take me for a fool. Such would not even scare me, let alone kill a dragon. It was a trap, Bzonek. This sheep was filled with sulfur, and the dragon from the Wavel Hill ate it. Ah, now I understand. In some way we also had a sheep. It was Veles' son. Veles, like Mokosh, was one of the gods of this land a long time ago, but he went into the unknown, leaving us alone. This Veles, I mean his son, had conflict with a dragon? No one remembers. For killing the dragon, he was exiled by Mokosh. Thus, his name was erased from the history. Oh, that's why in my world we remember only about the ship that the cobbler's apprentice put to the dragon, but not a word about Veles's son. Was the cobbler's apprentice exiled for killing the dragon? No, he received half of the kingdom as a reward. But how? Why? The dragon killed many people, especially virgins. That's why everyone hated him. In our legends, everyone loved the old good dragon. So we can go, let's check the lexicon. Dragon. Even in the world of magic, dragons are extremely rare creatures. Their nature is a secret even to the powerful gods of the Slavic world. Different incarnations of dragons are found in every corner of the world, which shows how strong their power and influence is. Inhabitants of Navia can observe a small part of powerful dragons in the numerous reptiles around the globe. Veles, one of the two most powerful Slavic gods. He represents art, chaos, improvisation, and crafts. He is a restless spirit who has never been able to stay in one place for too long. He has not been seen in Navia for hundreds of years. Rumor has it that he travels the world of humans, fascinated by it. During his expedition, he is allegedly looking for the legendary devil known from Bible and folk tales. Veles claims that the devil ascribed much to his own merits. Well, I guess there's nothing else to discover. Let's move on to the forest. Where is Bzonek? Statue. This city is almost like a Wawel Wyspiański. Let me check. Wyspiański. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering most of the names, but anyway, supposedly he was a human form of the god Veles, who penetrated the world of people when he got bored with his life in Navia. His original and innovative ideas were possible thanks to inspiration with places and things that no other person could ever imagine. The visionary project of the reconstruction of the Wawel, a model of which can be seen in the Polish National Museum, is a reflection of what he created in Navia, inspired by the architecture of Cracow. It's a nest because once dragons lived there. Again, creatures from legends, but this time they are real, right? Oh, indeed, but I guess not from legends if they were real, only that they all died of old age or boredom because of their dragon-like things. Maybe you are right, maybe they are in some way from the legends. Anyway, there were never a lot of them, and finally only one, the most powerful and the oldest of them, remained. For a wheel century he defended the hill where the city stands. You probably don't know how long that is. Let's just say that he defended the city for a long time. Defended? From what? From creatures. From creatures? What creatures? Such creatures. He defended the city so well that nobody knows what were those creatures. Listen, Bzonek, in Living World, there is a legend about the dragon who lived under the Wawel Hill. It's probably the same, but another. Also passed between our worlds? It was too big probably. Sometimes when something important happens in Navia, it is reflected in the human world like an echo. So the dragon was so powerful that its echo entered the human world? Not the dragon itself, by the way. How he was finally killed. I know, by the sheep. A sheep? Don't take me for a fool. Such would not even scare me, let alone kill a dragon. It was a trap, Bzonek. This sheep was filled with sulfur, and the dragon from the Wawel Hill ate it. Ah, now I understand. In some way we also had a sheep. It was Veles' son. Veles, like Mokosh, was one of the gods of this land a long time ago, but he went into the unknown, leaving us alone. This Veles, I mean his son, had conflict with a dragon? No one remembers. For killing the dragon, he was exiled by Mokosh. Thus, his name was erased from the history. Oh, that's why in my world we remember only about the ship that the cobbler's apprentice put to the dragon, but not a word about Veles's son. Was the cobbler's apprentice exiled for killing the dragon? No, he received half of the kingdom as a reward. But how? Why? The dragon killed many people, especially virgins. That's why everyone hated him. In our legends, everyone loved the old good dragon. So we can go, let's check the lexicon. Dragon. Even in the world of magic, dragons are extremely rare creatures. Their nature is a secret even to the powerful gods of the Slavic world. Different incarnations of dragons are found in every corner of the world, which shows how strong their power and influence is. Inhabitants of Navia can observe a small part of powerful dragons in the numerous reptiles around the globe. Veles, one of the two most powerful Slavic gods. He represents art, chaos, improvisation, and crafts. He is a restless spirit who has never been able to stay in one place for too long. He has not been seen in Navia for hundreds of years. Rumor has it that he travels the world of humans, fascinated by it. During his expedition, he is allegedly looking for the legendary devil known from Bible and folk tales. Veles claims that the devil ascribed much to his own merits. Well, I guess there's nothing else to discover. Let's move on to the forest. Where is Bzonek? Statue. This city is almost like a Wawel. Wyspiański. Let me check. Wyspiański. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering most of the names, but anyway, supposedly he was a human form of the god Veles, who penetrated the world of people when he got bored with his life in Navia. His original and innovative ideas were possible thanks to inspiration with places and things that no other person could ever imagine. The visionary project of the reconstruction of the Wawel, a model of which can be seen in the Polish National Museum, is a reflection of what he created in Navia, inspired by the architecture of Cracow. Let's see. Oh, he's here. Why are you hiding? Are you scared or something? Why are you hiding? Are you scared or something? You have to know, miss, that all of the Bzoneks live in the forests and fields. This city is not a place for me, and I am a little scared of local nymphs. Remember that you are the one who's supposed to lead me here. You won't leave me now. Leave you? Of course not. Come on, you will be safe with me. This place looks familiar. Wawel, limestone hill above the Vistula River, seat of the legendary and historical rulers of Cracow and Poland. The reflection of Wawel in Navia is the seat of the Slavic gods. Before World War II, a group of scientists from the Far East discovered the mysterious stone overflowing with magic that was embedded in the castle wall. Nobody believes that today, but every inhabitant of Navia knows a story about a group of nymphs who stole this magical stone under the cover of night before it fell into the wrong hands. I guess it's time to leave. Here, Ask Bzonek. This oak seems huge up close, but miss, you had already seen him from afar. The oldest I have seen so far is probably 800 years old, but when I look at this one, it looked like a young tree. Tell me, Bzonek, does it have a name? The oak? Probably Rod, or maybe Forefather? Or maybe he has just many names. He's actually so old that nobody remembers its name. How is that even possible? It is one of the first oaks in the world. Those who planted it remember his name. And when was that? Many divine years ago. Let me count it. So one Sunday of Gods is 432 Earth years. It will be 12 months of Vela, that is, divine year will be 70,472 years of Earth, so... Got it, I understand now. It was many years ago. Where are the others? Like you, Bzonek, it's too quiet for a city. The city is ruled by cruel nymphs. Nobody leans too much. Nymphs? Just like me? Exactly, like you, Miss Mira. Just a little more frightening. Bzonek, with such eyes to see us better, ears to hear, and of course teeth to eat us faster, just like Miss Mira. Bzonek, let's go find Mokosh. The oak. The ancient oak that grows on the Wabble Hill is a secret even for the inhabitants of Navia. It is said that the tree grew in the place where Welles met with Perun for the first time. According to another story, it is what remains of Rod, a god so old that he cannot take on human-like form. While no one knows which of these tales are true, all residents of Navia subconsciously feel that if Rod is ever destroyed, the magical and human world will perish as well. Let's go inside. How do I open them? They won't open, Bzonek. You are probably doing something wrong, Miss Mira. Look, these symbols on the door are probably similar to the Mrs. Medallion. Here, I'll ask Bzonek. Still doesn't work? I only have this one symbol. Are you sure? You didn't forget about the second one, did you? I never had the second one. Well, that complicates everything. I promised Mokosh to bring you to her. I prefer not to think what will happen if I don't keep my promise. There must be another entrance, otherwise you wouldn't be able to speak with Mokosh. Mokosh has not left the oak for centuries. Only someone very old and well-deserved is able to enter here. But this has not happened for ages. Mokosh transmitted all signs to us through swallows. But we really need this advice. Is there any other very old and well-deserved person who can help us, Bzonek? Let me think. Maybe the librarian? We'll find him nearby, but he didn't go anywhere for a long time. Another one who gives signs by swallows? No, I think we will talk to him face to face. Rather face to face, faces to face. Let's just go. You cannot enter. Something is wrong with the librarian. Miss Mira, here. In your eyes I can see that you were expected someone else. Someone smaller. I have many faces. This is just one of them. Me and Bzonek would like to ask... I know who you are and why you've come here, but my body is getting weaker. The character you see in front of you is barely a shadow of my former power. My names are hidden in these books. Find and speak them loud, and you will recall some of my former strength. have to look for his names in the books. Are these symbols magical? What happens if I touch them? Curie, he was a woman scientist? His name is probably hidden in these symbols. I should look for them. Tesla. I found it. Is this the inventor? Let's see, are there any other books we missed? More symbols that hide his name. I have to point them out. A pharaoh is very old. Ramses. How is this even possible? Those old people were you? I was, and in a sense I am still, but they were and are themselves. I don't understand. Your friend Zonek would say that I'm like bee. I pollinate flowers and then collect nectar from them. I collect it and then I build this metaphorical beehive out of it. Oh, so your story goes back to ancient times, right? In the past they called me Gallows. I saw the beginnings of this land. Even earlier, in another place, by mistake, I was called Hermes. Yes, I've been here for a long time, a very long time. You were a Hermes by mistake? But how? I am no one's messenger. So who are you? You are nothing like Zonek or other creatures living in this world. I am a part of this strength which always wants evil, thus always does good. Faust. What's going on? I was here long before you. That is not dead which can eternal lie. I'll be here probably even after you, and with strange eons, even death may die. I don't know what you are talking about. You still use riddles and quotes from old books, but it doesn't tell me anything. We came here unnecessarily. On the contrary, I will help you, that's why I'm here. Really? How can you help me? You are only a drop in the existence sea, but still a quite important drop. To find out, listen carefully. I know that Mokosh called you to our world, right? But do you know who is she? Mother Goddess? You know just a little, so you don't remember the oldest times when Mokosh was young and gave birth to 7 daughters of Perun. Every single daughter had one brother. Ah, stupid girl, there was only one brother. And these 7 daughters fell ill when the world began to change. Their fate is unclear, even to me. Nobody could do anything about it? What about magic? Magic? Spells are just forces that ordinary people do not understand to the child, as no one knew exactly what was happening to daughters. What happened to them? Quiet. Didn't they teach you that silence is golden? When only one of the 7 daughters was left, her brother suddenly appeared. They say that he kidnapped her, escaped and hid her from this mysterious disease. Kidnapped her? Mokosh would never let to take her daughters away. To do this, the brother had to commit a terrible crime. But they were all family. They couldn't reach the compromise. Mokosh gave to Perun 7 daughters, but the father of the son was Veles. They say that father's blood always prevailed in Mokosh's only son. He lived away from his mother, hating everyone. But he wanted to save his sister. Maybe it's true, but why did he kill the dragon and then imprison Mokosh in an oak? That's why I couldn't get inside the oak. Just where did this brooch come from? seem to fit perfectly there. It's his brooch, Mira. The other is in the orphanage. Do you know why? I am the Mira, the last daughter of Mokosh, kidnapped by Veles. What now? Why did Mokosh call me? What about my brother? You will find out everything from Mokosh. But how? The door is sealed. I have told you already. The other part of the brooch was left in the orphanage. He had to leave it there. But how am I supposed to come back there? In the same way you got here. Anyway, we will either find a road or build it. The old architect knows the passage. Bzonek knows how to find him. I thank you, but why are you helping me? What is your interest in this? How dare you? When Perwin and Veles first struggled for power over the world, I was there looking at the dawn of time. Now I expect from you that I will witness the end of the story. From me? From you, the Mokosh's child. Go now, complete your destiny before I leave, and I can't write this story. So before we go, we have some new things in the lexicon. Librarian, the guardian of the Wawel Cathedral, who seems to be much older than the cathedral itself. His current appearance is only a shadow of who he really was. According to legends, his real body is hidden from both humans and magical Slavic creatures. Despite his look, he is not one of the original inhabitants of the Wawel Hill, but comes from a city hidden at the bottom of a great lake. The figure of the bison, under which he now appears, is a gift from Veles, handed to the librarian along with possession of the cathedral caretaker. Mokosh's daughters. Mokosh had many daughters, each was responsible for a different aspect of nature. It used to be easy to meet them in Wawel, but their smile made every day brighter. Today it is hard to find an inhabitant of Navia who remembers when they saw at least one of the daughters. Their absence seems to be causing the city slowly decay. So time to go. Here. Let's see, I don't want to miss anything. Where is the architect? Miss, he's here, just before us. Where nobody's here. Look up. Oh, I'm such a terribly poor king. Innocent, yet I suffer so much. And for what? Architect? The librarian said that. Oh, for innocence, for the love of the citizens. Hello, architect? Tired, humiliated, poor me, the king. Architect, king. Oh, what is this tiny creature? Let me see. A young daughter of Mokosh. She must have come to laugh at my suffering. I don't even know you. Oh, please. It is your mother who imprisoned me, and you probably want to do something even worse. No, I wanted to ask about the passage to the other world. About the passage? But why do you need it? We urgently need to get to Javia. Oh, that's great. I will help you with just one small but. We'll definitely handle it, right? Because I am poor, improperly imprisoned, and tangled up with this building, probably by mistake. Mokosh is so busy. Of course, I don't blame her. Of course, prisons are full of innocent people, beings, creatures. The king is innocent. Mokosh accused me, and I am just the innocent king. Young daughter of Mokosh will probably come up with something. I'll look around and see what I can do. Maybe Bzonek will know something about it. So we have to set him free somehow. Border post. Where do all these border posts come from? He brought them here, this king. It's not a king, it's just a surveyor. I will talk to Bzonek. It's harder for me to get along with him than with you, Bzonek. But how is this even possible? It's easy to talk to me, I always aim at the point. Bzonek, but for what? All creatures, small and large, know me from my oratory skills. I was about to ask. Already, my great-grandfather in the king's service, I have it at the tip. Bzonek, what is this king actually imprisoned for? This old architect, I think he has messed up with his poles. Once uncle said that was want to tell him something. Tell him what? I don't remember, I guess something like... Put it there, where you found it? Exactly. This great reporter post, tell me, where did you find it? The king can do what he wants because he rules. Tell me, where did you find it? I got a tribute, it's none of your business. Really? Put it there where you found it. You know these words, is the king finally free? The curse is broken, only these chains. Will the daughter of Mokosh set me free? Because the passage that you are looking for is right behind me. Where? That's a mechanism. I knew it, nobody will deceive you like Mokosh. I'm still imprisoned, our deal is broken. But I've set you free. I am completely merged with the building, this mother of yours. There must be another way. Go to hell, the passage may open, maybe not. In 100 or 200 years, I don't know. Wait a minute, I just wanted to help. I have to go there. If I don't, I won't see Mokosh. Ah, Mokosh. Well, I will try something. There is a reason why they say that I am a kind king. Will you tell her good word for me? Of course. No, you will not pass. You are too fat. I mean too big. You're too big creature. Find someone smaller who will fit into this corridor. Bzonek? I already said that forests and meadows are the natural environment of all Bzoneks, not cities. Burrows are even worse. I mean cities burrows. I won't fit there. There may be snarks in this passage. That is not the place for decent Bzonek. Do you believe in old nanny stories? Miss Mira, you've threatened children with them when they were rude, and yet they still went crazy. Will you help me or not? How could I not help? I don't want to, but I have to. Oh, so he's back in the orphanage. Risky, I recognize him. This is the one that guarded my grandfather's house. I didn't think I'd meet any of us here. Mew. I'm looking for Miss Mira's house. You lost your speech or what? These are important matters. It's time to take herbs for my eyes. It's just a cat, simple cat. We won't talk for sure. I can handle it myself. this man, he's here again. Okay, we have some surveyor, the spirit of a dishonest land surveyor or an architect who in his lifetime, guided by greed, falsified plot measurements and cheated people. After death, such a man wandered in the afterlife carrying with him a stone border post. If the surveyor hurt a lot of people, his pole could become so large that he couldn't carry it. In this case, he remained in one place forever and slowly became more like his surroundings. Frisky, a close relative of Zonic and one of the small dwarves that looks like after human homes, famous primarily because of his characteristic purring, though which it is very easy to mistake him for an ordinary cat, which can offend him. For this reason, he often changes house he lives in and prefers a company of deaf people. Good morning, I am Zonic from High Grass, Goose and All Poultry Guardian, son of Zonic the Elder and Hill of Children. Where did you learn it? You are after all a famous hero of fairy tales. Me, a famous hero? That's amazing. Have you come here to help us, Mr. Zonic? I've come here for... just like in fairy tales, you help children when they are in need. Well, just like in fairy tales, I will brew some mouse milk and all pains will pass. But that's not the point. We are left here all by ourselves without Miss Mira, and they want us to leave. To leave? But where will you go, dear children? This is your house, right? We don't know where we can go. An evil man told us to leave. And you will be left without a home? I think that's not fair, right? It is, but still we have to leave. Will you help us, Mr. Zonic? But I don't know how... Well, this is not a fairy tale at all. What are you looking for? Forgive me, my dear ones. As soon as I come back, I will tell everything to Miss Mira. But now I am looking for a magical medallion that she could leave here. Miss Mira didn't have such things. She had no valuables at all. But this strange boy in the attic might help. He had something like this medallion. Only we can't go there because he's very sick. But I'm sure I can, right? This is an urgent matter. If urgent, you probably can. Then I'll go check it quickly. So I'm wondering what would have happened if the child was dead. It's so dark here. The lamp is broken. Let's light things up a bit. The fire, it burns. I'm Zonic. I fear that you are sick. Who are you? Grasses, fields, fire? Run away. Relax, it's me, Zonic. I'll help you. Fields, fire, run away. They chase us. Hello, can you hear me? My nose tells me something is wrong. Fire, run. They chase you. You can't stay here. Run. It's hallucinating from the fever or something. I'm not going anywhere. Miss Mira sent me for the medallion. I will search for it, okay? Mira, you can't stay here. Run! Mira! Oh, do you recognize me, Miss Mira? It's probably the fever that messed with your mind. I will give you something that will help. It's my uncle's recipe. Let's see, what do we have here? Pick up a few ingredients and make it medicine. The yellow color helps. These people look interesting. The mushroom? This mushroom will definitely help. I made it. Is it better? Zonic from the high grass? We have a ragdoll like you. But you're not a doll. I think you can see. Where did you come from? I came from a fairy tale, and I need something that you have. From a fairy tale? There is nothing here. It is a poor and sad place. Miss Mira is looking for a medallion. Mine? It reminds me of my sister. I have probably lost her during war. Probably, you should remember such things, right? I've been ill for so long. For me, it's like eternity. Oh, me and Miss Mira might do something, but we really need this medallion. May I borrow it? I'm so tired. You can take it. Really? Thank you so much. I have to rest. Watch out for fire. So we can return now to Mira. You have one like me, a ragdoll. Well, we've told you that already. That's unacceptable. And who are you with to hug if you are still not here, or Miss Mira? Then it's acceptable. I am very glad. Thank you. Is this boy very sick, Mr. Bzonek? Oh, indeed. It is even difficult to talk to him. He lives in a different world. He sees something that is not here. Fever. You are the healer of children, Bzonek. Did you manage to help him? No, I mean yes, in some way. I gave him a potion. He regained some strength. Did you find the medallion? Yes, this boy gave it to me. And do you know who he is? He had been sick for a long time. None of us could play with him. Miss Mira forbade it. He was very, very important for Miss Mira. That's all I know. Yet she left him. Left? Or maybe she went to seek help? I cannot tell the difference. I don't know the end of this story yet. I have to go back. There are some people out there that can't see you. Please go this way, behind this cabinet. There is a hidden passage. Thank you, my dear ones. See you soon. So we can go in the passage. Bzonek, you are finally here. Finally, I already said that the natural environment of all Bzoneks are forests and meadows. Yes, I can remember. It was a unique situation. Tell me how it went. So it's like being in the hole. There are less and less children. It looks like they are leaving. Lots of them are packing. Most went somewhere to wander. Where are they going? With whom? Is somebody taking them? I don't know, Miss Mira. What happens to those that stayed? They somehow managed to leave. How do they feel? Do they have something to eat? Have you seen Sambor? Sambor? Who is this? I once knew one Sambor. He was a very respected truffle collector, and Sambor, the sick child. Before I returned to Navia, he was already in serious condition. This Sambor. Children have each other. They are doing fine, as you taught them. And the sick boy, I gave him something, so he regained his senses for a while. He gave it to me. Thank you. Now we can go into the oak, quickly, because it's high time to go back to the children. I think you should go alone, Miss Mira. Are you not going with me? Mokosh called you, Miss Mira, not me. I am just helping. There may be much more worse creatures than snarks and grumpkins. Do you believe in old nanny stories? Perhaps you would like to look into this hole which I just came from? So we're back at the ancient oak. Thanks for watching. We will enter in the next episode. Have a great day.